The retail landscape is ever changing, and if it's not Amazon that's shaking things up, it's other technological innovations like blockchain and virtual reality. Here to talk about her predictions for the retail industry in 2018 is the director of Adobe's Strategic Insights Group, Tamara Gaffney. Thanks for joining us, Tamara.
Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
So Adobe's releasing its top 10 list of annual predictions. It's a very tech-heavy list when you look at the things on it. There's social media, automation, virtual reality, cryptocurrency. Can you tell me how technology is driving and shaping this list and shaping the retail industry as a whole?
As we look at technology, it becomes so embedded in everything that we do that it's impossible to ignore it. So everything from blockchain to virtual reality to automation and self-driving cars, the experience-led business is now really driven by technology, and that's why our report is so tech-heavy.
Okay, and I'd love to hone in on one of your predictions in particular, that people's awareness of cryptocurrency is going to open the door to blockchain-based commerce. It sounds very futuristic. What do you think that'll look like for the average consumer?
Well, we asked the average consumer what their sentiment about blockchain is, and one of the options was, I don't know what you're talking about. And we only had less than 5%. It was actually Bitcoin that they were aware of. But less than 5% of the respondents out of 1,010, and that was just last week, said they didn't know what that was. And I will say that the sentiment is mixed. It's about the same on the positive side as it is on the negative side, but the awareness is the thing I'm keying in on. Christmas apparently was very big for Bitcoin awareness, and my prediction has to do with the fact that those who will take technology forward will basically tell the world, hey, blockchain or these sort of ledger systems are like Bitcoin. They're what make Bitcoin work. And that will then open the door to consumers accepting those technologies as the validity of source that they need to have.
And when we're looking at blockchain, which is more of the ledger and not the currency like Bitcoin, are you thinking that that'll impact retailers more on the back end in terms of their supply chain and manufacturing rather than something that consumers will be able to register?
I think initially it's going to impact the back end first. So the idea of wanting to make sure that your good, your brand name that you're buying is authentic is something that will probably come into play first. But there is a possibility that the ledger system will disintermediate some retailers completely and allow a supply chain to connect directly to a manufacturer in a way that previously needed some sort of retail channel to make sure that that validity was present.
All right. And then moving on, also on your list is virtual reality entertainment. That's something we've definitely been hearing about over the last couple of years, but you're saying here that this isn't just a fad, that we should expect to see more VR adoption this year?
Yes, now I do say that the VR adoption is likely to come for the entertainment sector and not in other formats at the moment. But we asked people if they had tried on the VR goggles, and over 40% in the younger age ranges have tried on VR goggles. I was shocked by that. They're not that easy to find, and they're kind of expensive, and yet over 40% said that they've already had a VR experience. I don't know if you've been to a VR experience in an entertainment scenario, but this could be the new replacement for all of that mall space that is empty. Could be, in my opinion, VR entertainment / theme parks coming to a mall near you.
Interesting. So in the malls and maybe on people's holiday wish lists this year?
Well, it could be. Now, the PlayStation VR has been on the holiday wish lists for a couple of years now, and I can tell you that I have one. I bought it this holiday for my child, and it is not the same VR experience as the one I had at a place called The Void, which is near Disneyland, and it is a warehouse where you put the VR on. And it is incredibly realistic. It was like I was transported into Star Wars, for a half hour. Very fun. We also asked people how much they would be willing to pay, and it looks like it's around $19, $20 they're willing to pay to go have a VR experience. So it's not a small amount of money, and I think that the demand is very high. So I could see that sort of thing coming into local markets very quickly and taking over what used to be going to the movies.
Okay, well, thanks so much for sharing some of Adobe's predictions exclusively with Investors Business Daily, Tamara. For more, we will have that entire list of predictions and, of course, complete retail coverage at investors.com. So thanks so much for watching, everyone.